Good Dreamcastic Morning. First up in What's New is an update on the Alien Front Online server restoration project. This is being worked on by Peter 3K over at dcserve.org. The goal of this project is to bring Alien Front Online back online with private servers. Work is still being done on this. He was away for a while and didn't have much time to work on it, but he has recently posted on his website that he believes the server restoration is about 80 to 90% completed. There's no ETA on when this will finish, but hopefully by the end of the year. In other news, a new trailer for Ghostblade has been released. The much-anticipated vertical shoot-'em-up from HuCast Games promises 5 stages with huge boss enemies, 3 different ship types, a 2-player mode, and high-resolution 480p graphics. Links to the official website and the full trailer can be found in the description below. The game releases on September 27th. Good news for those of you who have pre-ordered J. Townsend's Slave. The bug that's been holding up release has been fixed. Reportedly, this required a lot of the code to be rewritten, but as a result, the game actually runs better on the Dreamcast than it had previously. The game still needs to go through some bug testing, but hopefully the game is slated for release later this year. And in a final bit of news, Grandia 2 Anniversary Edition has been released this week on PC. This HD version of the Dreamcast Classic features enhanced textures, lighting and shadows, English and Japanese voiceovers, and a new higher difficulty setting. But possibly one of the coolest features of this new version is that it actually supports save files from the Dreamcast version of the game. Yes, you can actually take a save file from your VMU and put it on the PC and play it in the Anniversary Edition. The game's publisher, Gung Ho Online Entertainment, explains that this is because the Anniversary Edition is based off of the Dreamcast code. The game is available on GOG.com and Steam for $14.99. Chances are, at some point during your childhood, your parents probably told you not to throw your food. This is great advice in real life as well as in Dynamite Cop for the Dreamcast. Dynamite Cop is a fantastic beat-em-up with tons of crazy and wacky items that you can pick up and use as weapons. One of these items is food, which usually comes in the form of either fruit or bread or cake. You can pick up this food and use it as a projectile weapon by pressing the X button, or you can eat the food by pressing the Y button. Now, chances are your parents probably also told you at some point not to eat food off the ground. Now, this is great advice in real life, but not so much in Dynamite Cop, because eating food will increase your life bar. Now, the cool thing is, even if your life bar is completely full, your life will still continue to increase as you eat food. It's almost like there's an invisible extension of the life bar. So next time you get hit by an enemy, it's almost like you are invincible. The life bar will seemingly not go down. So next time you see food on the ground in Dynamite Cop, go ahead and eat it. Just don't confuse this advice for real-life advice, or else you might end up dying some horrible death from some parasite that's invaded your body.
Hi guys, Tom here from the Dreamcast Junkyard. My good friend PC asked me to recommend a Dreamcast game that I would consider a must-play. If you're looking at that screen, you probably already know what it is. I'll keep you in the dark no longer. It is this. It's Le Mans 24 Hours for the Dreamcast. You may know it as Test Drive Le Mans. The reason why I would consider it to be a must-play is, well, basically, if you can see that screen very well in this video, you will be able to tell it looks incredible. Easily one of the best-looking Dreamcast games, even more so on the VGA monitor. It's got a wealth of tracks, it's got a wealth of real-life cars, it's fully licensed. The cars handle fantastically. There are different levels of difficulty, so in the novice mode you get all the driving assists such as braking and acceleration. If you want to go to the other end of the spectrum, you've got complete control of everything, and it is pretty difficult in that mode. You've got a split screen 4-player mode. Again, loads of real world tracks. Just a brilliant game, and one that really shows off what the Dreamcast is capable of. when handled by a really capable team of developers. It comes from the same stable as the Test Drive V Rally game on the Dreamcast, so yeah, you know you're in good hands. It's got great handling and it's just a fantastic game, so that's definitely one that's worth checking out if you get the opportunity.
This week in Dreamcast, on August 26, 1999, Cool Borders Burn was released in Japan. The game was developed by UEP Systems, which is the same developer behind the Cool Borders games on the PlayStation 1. The game was later released as Rippin' Riders in North America and Snow Surfers in Europe. The reason behind the name change was because Sony Computer Entertainment owned the rights to Cool Borders outside of Japan. Also on that same day, Gundam Side Story 0079 was released in Japan. This was to be the first in a series of games following the same storyline, but due to the Dreamcast's short lifespan, it was the only one released. Also this week we celebrate the 15th anniversary of two Dreamcast sequels, one of which is Capcom's Power Stone 2, which was released on August 23, 2000 in North America, and the following day in Europe. Also celebrating its 15th anniversary is Arrow Wings 2 Airstrike, which was released on August 27, 2000 in North America. Nowadays you hear a lot about streaming and downloadable music services like Spotify, Xbox Music, iTunes, Amazon MP3, Pandora, and many more. And of course a lot of these services can be accessed on a myriad of different devices, including phones, tablets, computers, and even game consoles. But did you know that the Dreamcast was the first console to feature a downloadable music service? This was in the form of the Dreamcast Karaoke Unit, a Japanese exclusive accessory for the Dreamcast that allowed you to sing karaoke on your Dreamcast. The karaoke unit included software called Sega Kara, which would allow you to download thousands of different songs from Sega's servers using your Dreamcast modem. Now you might think that since the karaoke unit was only released in Japan that it would only have obscure Japanese songs available for download, but this was not the case. There were thousands of songs from very popular artists like Michael Jackson, David Bowie, the Beatles, the Commodores, and many more. Access to these songs did come at a price though, as you had to pay a monthly fee in order to access the service. And unfortunately no songs were included with the karaoke unit, so you could not actually use it without signing up for the service. This is unfortunate as it renders the Dreamcast karaoke unit useless if you were to buy one today. Regardless, this is just another way that Sega was innovating with the Dreamcast, leading the way for consoles of the future. What's going on, guys? PC here. I hope you enjoyed this pilot episode of Good Dreamcastic Morning, and if you liked the show, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and maybe if you have any suggestions for different segments I could do. I would like to do some more community-oriented things, like the Must Play game where I have a guest on every week. I'd like to do more segments like that with different YouTubers. If you have any suggestions for that, let me know in the comments below. Just give me your feedback and let me know if you liked the show and if I should continue making more episodes. But that's it for this episode, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.